How many people would say, this is my life? Calm floating. It's smooth. Every day is just smooth sailing down. It's a breezy, beautiful day. There's no waves whatsoever. It is smooth sailing down my river. I go to my store, smooth sailing. It ain't mine. Can I tell you, this is more my life? Hey, white water, a little crazy? Hey, how many people would say, hallelujah, that's my life? And it's this flow of a river that just doesn't want to stop, and it's just going and going. And I think, okay, anybody else feel like they're drowning? It's crazy. You have a choice here. Is it white water? How many people feel they live over here in the white water sometimes? And I would pay anything to have my store and my life in calm water. So we have some options. We can make the river wider. We can absolutely make your river wider. We can get Jonathan here working more hours. I'll get him working 26 hours a day. What do you think? 27 hours a day. I'm going to expand his river so even wider. Actually, that's not an option, making my river wider. Actually, I don't want to make my river wider. How about we reduce the flow? We're opening a new store in Swift Current, Saskatchewan, but 10 hours north of there. And we need somebody to go to be the manager. There's 6 people that live in this village and they want a cell phone store. You'll sell about 2 phones a year. We could reduce your flow. How do you think, Alfred? That works for you? That's not really an option, because actually we want to increase the flow. We actually want a bigger job, the more pressure. We actually, right? You actually want to grow. You're thinking DTL, right? You're thinking DM. So you actually want greater flow. You want more emails in a day. He wants more customer complaints. You want to have like 20 stores reporting to you, 75 people running a $12 million business, and you want that? So what is the true option? What's the only option we have? Can I tell you what it is? This is the key, guys, and here is the silver bullet that's going to save our lives. We can make our river what? Deeper. So my question to you is, what's at the bottom of your river? What are those boulders down the bottom of your river creating all this white water? The white water happens because it's not deep enough. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about a number of tools. And the idea of what these tools are is to dig your river deeper. I can't do it for you. I can't do it for you. I can't make you. What I'm going to challenge you is, this is a very introspective course. It's a course where you have to say, okay, I need to get better at this. I need to get better at this area. I need to dig these rocks out deeper. I need to work on this. And it's all about digging that river deeper and deeper and deeper. And the amazing thing is, it's very much something between you and maybe a mentor. You and yourself have to do. It's not something else somebody else can do for you. And I want to encourage you, through a period of time, your river will be deeper. But it's a discipline, and it's not, guys, you just don't all of a sudden do it. It's a journey, and we learn how to do this together. First one we're going to cover is what? Firefighting. These are some of the tools we're going to work on. We're going to be firefighters. What is firefighter? How do we become a firefighter? Because firefighting is all about being reactive. Next thing we're going to do is talk about planning, to-do lists, systems, outlook, and proactive tactics. Next thing we're going to look at is clarifying our values, goal setting, prioritize daily, weekly tasks, doing proactive strategies. Then we're going to talk about managing ourselves, developing ourselves. How many feel this is my life? Little firefighters, aren't we? Shouldn't we have like just little red hats on and hoses, just walk around hosing things off all day? How many people feel you got the red shirt on, you're doing it? Yeah, a firefighter. And then in your own personal life, it's the same thing. You run from one activity to another activity to another activity, and you're firefighting all day long. Today, we're going to take those fire hoses, throw them in the garbage. So, as a team, we're going to do a little project. And we're going to talk about how to plan, schedule, and execute. Super hard to do. Your DM comes up and says, I want you to run Summerfest for me this year. Okay, big opportunity. Hey, I could be promoted. It's kind of cool. I think this is kind of neat. I want you guys to come up with a plan. I want you to come up with a schedule, and I want to figure out how you're going to execute, hold people accountable for the tasks. Guys, you know how to do this. You write a plan, set a schedule, and freaking execute on it. So why aren't we planned out our personal lives a year in advance? Why aren't we planned out our personal lives 6 months out? Why aren't we planning our lives at a better rate? Writing a simple to-do list every single day, just like you guys did here. Just a simple to-do list. How is your list looking like? How good is it? And are you keeping it in a book every single day that's dated? And then the next day is what do? You go back and see what you completed and what you haven't completed and bring the next thing forward. And every single day. And you were going to, I was going to work on that project. I was working at Summerfest and all the different details. Everything you're doing, you're tracking, you're tracking, you're tracking. If you don't have a little black book, guys, coming out of this class, you have to have this, guys. Every note, everything you're thinking, as soon as you put it down on paper, it escapes from here, it goes down, and now your mind is free. If you think you're going to remember, you won't. It's just a spot of freedom. Is that good stuff? So let's go through some of the priorities we'd have in a day. Can somebody help me out?
Daily operations.
Okay, so operations. And what else?
Follow-ups.
You got to do some follow-ups of what?
Customer issues.
Follow-up customer issues. What else?
Make schedule.
Schedule, yeah, schedule. Okay, personal stuff. Let's hear some personal things. What? Your family life. What you got? You got something for your wife?
Pick up diapers.
Okay, diapers. Okay, diapers. Daughter to school. Okay. The driveway. You had to fix something in the driveway. Okay, there was a driveway crack. How would I prioritize that, guys? How would you guys prioritize it? Can I give you a little heads up if you want to have a successful life? Not money-wise. I'm talking about success. Your number one A priority is what? Family, relationships, your wife, your husband. Your close personal relationships, family, a priority. So I'm going to challenge you to wake up. Our priority is our close personal relationships, our family, our friends, our husbands and wives. That is what our priority is, and focus on those and getting those things done first. And after that, work will take care of itself. I know our work functions here, guys, but the highest priorities are families. Does that make sense? So we're going to come back to prioritization a little bit later, but I think if we follow this model, I know we follow this model, we will be successful. What is this?
System.
Why is this a system? If one of those little parts falls apart, the entire system stops. Think systems. Every time we have an issue, let's say we have an issue in a store, the floors are dirty. What do you guys do? Steve, your floor is dirty. You're at Guildford Mall, floor is dirty, right? What do? Turn to your staff and say, clean the floor. How could I build this into a system so automatically renews, automatically happens, and it just automatically does it, and I don't have to think about it. Have you worked with some real seasoned managers? They have all these systems automatically. They walk into a store, brand new store, they've never been there before. They walk in, well, you need to have this system, you need to have this, you need to have this. Because they've been doing it for so long, they just know they have all these systems in place. So we talked about 3 different systems: daily checklist, duty roster, and a weekly checklist. Those are in our store, 3 different systems that we should have in place. You are going to implement these things in your store. If you're not too sure if you have a duty roster, here's how to do it. Okay, let's talk about your personal life. How could I implement systems that automatically renew, automatically happen, and I don't have to think about it? No, how about we actually build a system that automatically renews, automatically happens? Who wants to get better at golf? Well, you want to be a good golfer, is build it in the system, it automatically renews, automatically happens. You plan it in your schedule, and it's booked in. Your wife, you want to have date night with your wife, Chanty. Book it in, automatic. It's a system. Every Tuesday night, we have date night booked out, and it's blocked off, and no one else goes on Tuesday nights. We want to build great systems. From that, how are we going to implement those systems? One of the tools, if you are going to move up in any business whatsoever, whatever you're planning on doing, wherever you're planning on working, you must be a guru of Outlook. Right? And I challenge you guys, it's all about building systems. Systems for your emails, build a system. Somebody sends you an email, you know exactly where to put it, and you have it all all your folders are all set out, and it's all organized that way. If you're not organizing, just keeping something in your inbox, it just doesn't work. Good. And work on your calendars, right? Building your calendars up. Good. The neat thing is, after this, we have to have it what? Tied to our wireless device. Is there any better way than having our calendars really full, managing this, using our Outlook, and then using our handheld device, and then turn around and selling this device? So I want to really challenge you. Oh man, I could actually get good at this, Jeff? Yeah, you get good at this and then turn around and sell it. And this is what we do for a living. It's awfully quite exciting, isn't it? One of the tricks is to plan in pencil. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, it's all about checking your compass. Going back and checking your compass. Having a compass time, daily and specifically weekly. And this is the trick for us. A compass time is where you sit down with your calendar and you plan and you focus If you're not doing a compass time every week, you will be lost. The big one is a recompass once a week, and then every morning, do a little quick recompass. It doesn't, and you'll find that your daily recompass is actually shorter and less time. You don't have to spend a lot of time doing that. I guarantee you do this for 1 month, guys, your lives will change. So now we're going to talk about prioritization. How do we set our proper goals? How do we set our proper tasks? And really make sure that our goals are aligned with our priorities. And I think that's really what it's about, right? Is aligning properly. So to do that, guys, we're going to hear from Stephen Covey. What does Stephen Covey say? Put the important things in first. So, my question is, what are the important things? What are your big rocks? Do we really know what success is? I want you to take a look at this. This is a chart that Stephen Covey talks about, and you've probably seen this many times. Your DM has probably walked you through this. Look at this, guys. Important and highly urgent is called quadrant 1. That would be firefighting. That is reacting. In there, that's reacting. Important but not urgent is quadrant 2. Quadrant 3 is important, not urgent, and quadrant 4 is low important, not urgent. You draw a line across this thing here and you say, on the top is big rocks, and on the bottom is small rocks. In the middle of this thing, I'd like you to put a big crisscross up and down. Big line going north-south here. Reactive, proactive. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Where are you planning to live? Where do you need to move your life? Big rocks. Where do you need to plan your life? Where do you need to live? And where do you want to move most of your life to, guys? Successful people live in quadrant 2. I want you, and I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about successful people, which means they have rich family lives. They have great love lives. They have great families. They're respected in their work. They're valued and cared for. That's success. Let's get on to chapter 3, guys. We're going to manage the flow of water. We've got to manage ourselves. We have to imagine there's a big river coming. How do I manage that flow? And I think one of the things we have to manage ourselves before we manage the flow. So how we actually do that. We often say what? My question is, why are we saying yes in the first place? We say yes to things. We talked about this earlier today, saying yes to things we should never be saying yes to. What does that mean to you? Don't want to disappoint anybody. Well, hold on here. Is there a point of reasonability? And how do we get there? All right. James, want to read the next one, number 2 for us, please.
You want to develop the respect of your peers for not having limits.
Oh, yeah. I can burn the candle at both ends. All right, I'm good. All right, I can go out with the boys' party, and I can still handle it. No. Can you? For how long can you play that game? No, that doesn't make sense. Number 3. Want someone to read that off for me? Who wants to read that one? Bo, want to read that off? What is it?
Fear.
How does that play? We don't want to say, we say yes to everybody because of what? Explain that to me. Somebody help him out. Fear. What do you think?
Maybe if, you might be afraid that if you turn them down, you're going to miss an opportunity to be promoted,
Yeah.
or, they might find someone else who will be more
Yeah.
willing to say yes. To
Rash, want to explain what the number 4 is, please?
Yeah, wanting to be promoted.
Meanwhile, their personal sales go through the toilet. Their store falls apart. They have no seconds of control in running. They don't mentor any of their staff, but they're a DTL and they're taking care of their stores. Because they wanted to be what? Number 4. They wanted to be promoted. Ty, number 5, please.
Do not always, but when you always want to say no for when you will really need to say it.
Yeah. Sometimes, some people just keep saying no all the time. Some people say no all the time. No, 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 no. They don't want to do anything. Well, hold on. Save your no's for when you really need it, okay? Julian, want to read number 6 for us, please?
You are unable to let go of control and let others do their work.
What is the root cause of that, guys? What is the root? You don't want to look good. You're scared. The root is, if I free up James to run the store and he does a crappy job, it'll be a reflection upon me. Well, actually, it's a reflection upon him. Let's trust people to do it, try it for the first time, make a mistake, and learn from our mistakes. That's the big thing. Do we learn from our mistakes? And do I work with them on that, right? Super important. So, number 7. Dennis, want to read that?
You want or need the approval of others.
Ooh, what's the root of that? Need the approval of others. Insecurity, ego, yeah. And constantly looking for approval of others. I think that's a big motivator for all of us.
You underestimate the expectations of the task?
Underestimate the expectation of the task. How many people of us said, yeah, I'll take on Summerfest. I'll take on Ribfest. I'll do the P&E. I'll take on 2 stores. Without actually, hold on, before I say yes, can I understand what the full scope of responsibility is? Well, I think it's the way we say yes and the way we say no. We got to think of this, right, guys? We have a new request and we have existing priorities. And you got to work through this and you got to negotiate to yes. How do I get to yes? And it's ask for their inputs, delegate, delay current tasks, be open and honest, direct communication. It's key. Let's get on to setting the banks of the river. This is about setting good boundaries, guys, and having a firm boundaries from time off to when we're working. Setting solid boundaries. I think if we took a survey of Glentown managers, it'd be very interesting to hear how many text messages and emails they get on their days off. What are we going to do about that? How can I have, would this be a dream? Would this be a dream job that the water in the river stays in the river and the dry land is dry, as there's no leakage of the river over into my personal life? Would that be a nice feeling? I'm going to turn around to you guys. On the bottom of page 28, I want to hear what the list of boundaries are going to be. What is going to be the protocol? When you're out of the store, what is the protocol for phone calls? What is going to be the protocol for emails? What is the protocol for contacting if you're just a rep? What is going to be the protocol for dealing with your customers or customer issues for you and how you're going to email that? And then how you're going to reciprocate that to other people in your store. What are the systems you're going to build in place? The boundaries to protect you so dry ground stays dry ground. Procrastination, a bit of an issue for all of us? Absolutely. I think we all struggle with this area. It's putting off what we don't like to do. And why do we do that? Well, we don't know. And we kind of scratch our head. And what are some of the reasons? So in here it has some of the reasons. So avoiding unpleasant tasks. Huge one, right? Big one? So number 2, what is that one there? Jesse, what is it?
Lack of knowledge.
Not knowing where and what and how to do it. It's just hard, isn't it? So priorities are out of order. You like going out for lunch. I'm good for going out lunch, right? And I'm good at getting my nails done. And I'm good at, okay, no, but whatever. And you do those things before doing the other ones, right? So huge importance, right? Victor, want to read the next one? Read number 4 for us, please.
Lack of organization.
Yeah, I don't know about anybody else. I got to have a clear desk. I got to clear my desk off before I start working on anything. And then, because other papers fall. Oh man, I get this distracted by that. No, let's have a clear place and what to work. Important, right? So next one, number 5. James, you want to read that one for us, please?
Passive aggressive behavior.
We're not supposed to be either one of these. We're supposed to be what? Assertive. I'm going to be straight at you, Steve. I'm going to be honest, look in the eye, and tell you the way it is. Next one over here. Tara, what is number 6, please?
Unwilling to take risks.
Yeah. Afraid to do it wrong, afraid somebody will say something. Just afraid to take risks. It just doesn't work. Next one over here.
Fear of failure.
Fear of failure. I don't want to look like an idiot. I'm going to try, but oh gosh, and then I'll end up doing that, and I'll look pretty stupid. I don't want to look stupid. Last thing I want to do is look stupid. Paralysis by analysis. You figure it out 7 different months later. Finally, you get around doing it. No, just clean the back room. No, but I think I have to do a spreadsheet on that. No, just clean the back room. It's pretty straightforward. So let's go through overcoming procrastination. These are a top 8 or 9 ways of how to overcome procrastination. Brian, number 1.
Look for a common thread in tasks you put out there.
Matt, you want to read number B for us, please?
Identify the underlying fear.
The underlying fear. Is it a fear of rejection? C, want to read this off? Tara, want to read this off? Nice and loud.
Trust your intuition about how to handle work.
Don't doubt yourself. You know what? You're going to make mistakes. D, Jeff, want to read that one off for us, please?
Ask for help when you need it.
I need help sometimes. And I need to reach out to the team and say, guys, I'm as vulnerable as everybody else, and my stores aren't hitting budget. I need people to help me along. Help me out. Arash, you want to read that one off? E.
List 3 benefits of completing the task.
List 3 benefits of completing a task. When we have a difficult task, guys, I challenge us is what are the benefits? What are the emotional components about completing that task? What emotional satisfaction I will get from completing these tasks? Pretty good. Julian, want to read the next one, please?
Combine the tasks with something you do enjoy.
Right on, man. Play some great tunes, yeah. Or go somewhere where you do enjoy a great environment, or have somebody join you. I don't know, like, yeah, music or whatever it might be, but something, create that environment, right? So excellent stuff. Next one, combine it. Want to read this off? Victor, what is it? Number G.
Reward yourself for completing the project.
What I try to do is break it into little tiny bites. And when I complete a little tiny bite, I reward myself. Complete a little tiny part, reward myself. Today a little bit, reward myself. Cut a little bit up, reward yourself. Constantly rewarding yourself for, hey, I got this little part done. H, want to read that one off? Somebody else. Jesse.
Ask others for their ideas or input.
Yeah. Again, it goes back to ego, doesn't it? I can do it all myself. No. I need input from other people and help me get through this. And always reaching out for other people on your team. And the group of us are a whole lot smarter than me. And I need all of us together to pull through this one. Abigail, read that one.
Create an environment that nurtures productivity.
Excellent. And also an environment of productivity would be your physical environment. Over here, Caleb, what is it?
Keep your commitments.
Keep your commitments. When you say you're going to do something, guys, it's marked on your calendar. It's marked on your phone. It's marked on your planner. You've recalculated and you have planned to do it. It is on your calendar. You have set your compass and you are ready to go. The next thing you have to do is what? Execute. If we want to beat procrastination, you can't look at anybody else. You got to look at yourself. This is what it's all about. Is right here, right with yourselves. You cannot manage time. You'll look at your watch and 10 years is going to blow past. 5 years and you won't even know it. 10 years, 15 years, and it's going to blow past you if you like it or not. The truth is you can only manage yourself. It's a journey, and it's a hard journey. Those people that are very successful have learned to do this within themselves. They've dug that river deeper, and they've dug and dug and dug and dug, and they've found that they're living in what? Calm water. Those people that are promoted are the people that are swimming in calm water. Those people that are canoeing along a river and it's calm water. It's peaceful. They have great relationships with their family and friends, and they're at peace. So today I'm turning it around to you guys. I'm saying for you, for your own success, guys, manage yourself. It's what it's about. And truly live a life that is success.